Morning. How are you both?
Good.
Good. I guess the first question for either of you to take. The intensity of this show. How did you find moments of light? I know Owen liked to play swing ball, for example.
God, how did I find moments of light? I don't think I did. No. Did you?
No. All of my downtime was spent rehearsing.
Yeah. Like I would get up in the mornings and so I had it like recorded the whole scene, like because obviously it's just one scene. So I would start playing it from the minute I got up. When I was in the car, I played it like again because as you've been saying, like you just don't want to be the one to drop the ball. So actually, there was never any let up. You just would hoping that you'd do your job, but in a way that kind of fed into what you see, which is a really intense however many hours. But yeah, I don't think I actually could have done it if I was playing swing ball.
No. That's why Owen's so good.
Yeah.
I equate it to like a really intense gym session with my PT, who's like ex-military and what they call it. He's like a boxer as well. And the way he trains is just so intense. And I have 2-hour sessions with him on a Sunday morning, and I'm dreading it. Before he comes, I'm like, no, I don't want to do this. I don't want to. And then we go through it, and it's so hard. And then at the end of it, I'm like, I feel so good about myself. Do you know what I mean? And that's what the process was for me. It was like, it was intense, challenging, but you live for that in this game. The minute things become easy, kind of mundane, you start to question, is it the right thing for you to do? And so every day I felt like I was growing.
Yeah, I agree. It forces you to be a better actor.
And your episode, Erin, obviously like it's intense, like, and you have that like kind of back and forth tennis effect between yourself and Owen. How did you react to him? How did he react to you in those moments? Because that's obviously it's one shot. So you said, no one's dropping the ball. So how was that?
It was honestly, like, as you say, like you just had to lean into what was happening right there in that room, and it would change every time, whether that was through us or through Phil, the amazing director. We basically were just letting it evolve organically, and that was the joy of going into every take going, okay, let's just see what happens now. And Owen would genuinely do things that would take me back. But again, like in your actor's brain, you'd be like, this is brilliant, because you know that it's being captured and you don't have to think about the cameras. You just have to trust that it's all doing its thing. And actually all I had to do was listen. And and it is a real testament to Owen, because I think he is, and just will always be one of the best actors I've ever worked with. Like, hands down, he's supposed to do this, and it was an absolute joy to be there for his first go.
And for yourself, Ashley, obviously you worked a lot with like some of the younger cast members. What was that like? Because obviously they have this real raw intensity. They're going through what's happening in their school life mixed in with like things on social media. And how was it working with those young people?
It was great. That they were kind of, if there was any research being done, it was kind of listening to them in between us doing takes and stuff like that, because they understand it. It's their world, right? They've grown up with it. They don't know anything different. And as Bascom and as Ashley, I find it really hard to understand kind of the world of the internet, if I'm honest with you. I hate to sound old, but it's like, I'm like...
Song where he's telling you like what the emojis mean.
That's all real, because when he was saying it, like the manosphere and all of this stuff, and I'm like, huh? What are you talking about? I mean, to be fair, I still don't get it. Like, it's still a different world, and I think, I feel for them sometimes, not having the understanding of what life was like before. And it can be quite worrying. But like we've been saying, I think for parents that are going to watch this show, it's going to be quite eye-opening for them, to have a little insight into what may be going on in their kids' lives that they have no clue about.